Hello, Cachito. Oh, wait, turn on. Need to remind yet. I'm still kind of sleepy, and that's gonna keep on going for the rest of the night. I feel. That's the wrong camera. I'm still setting up a little bit. I think. Are you already in the server? Because yeah, Paul turned on the wireless. You can go in. Oh, hello, Diamond Thief. You're new here. Did you just see the Minecraft being streamed on the tab? I'm still setting up a little bit. Just give me a bit. Listen to you just listen to the dialogue. I mean, she has a cute sounding voice, but I don't know. I wouldn't be like all jumped on that. Game is not up here. Oh, that's why. I'm still setting up a little bit of stuff. I'm still kind of like in a rush because I said at 40 minutes and like getting food took a lot longer than that, and I had to do some other stuff. I needed to go cut a little bit of weeds that were getting in the way, and as well watering some plants. But now it's night time, so now it wouldn't get. Now it's not gonna get that hot out. I know that kind of seems wrong. The entire thing, like I streamed around that time, was because for certain people, like I keep hang on. I keep forgetting. It's because of college. That was the thing. Because late at night I had to go to some class, but in the morning I also had to go to some class. So around the times where I usually streamed was the best time for me to stream. And of course, now that I don't have college anymore, I still stuck to that because I assumed the people who watched a little bit, you know, had to stay around from there. No, it's not a bad time to stream. A lot of people stream around the nighttime, obviously, but it's the fact that like Podium isn't here for one. So that's like a guaranteed viewer that's like not always here. But you know, it's also just the fact that it was hard to pull out from that like typical schedule. You know, it was out to get away from that. So it was going. You know, it was kind of difficult. But now the temperature is just like I kind of want to do that. I kind of just want to not deal with the heat anymore. I don't want to deal that kind of stuff. So I'm just now, you know. My hand still kind of hurts. I didn't draw that much today, but I did play WarioWare. I did do a line art. I plan to do more drawing later in the VC with other people and servers, hopefully. While I do that art, I hope. In the meantime, how has your day been, Cachito? Fun. Trevor says to buy me some McDonald's from McDoubles. I thought it said buy me some McDonald's from McDonald's. I'm like, yes, that is exactly what you just said. Hi, Joatel. You want to join? I don't think you joined in the server. Do you have Minecraft? I'm still kind of hyping myself up for a bit. Because it's late, so I'm naturally like a bit sleepy. I want to change that to where I want to change that to where I do bring out work or something. I see. I want to change that where I get to sleep more in the day, and like before stream I should like take a little nap, maybe a little bit too long of a nap, and then play Minecraft. Or just stream in general. It's again no, Paul. It's again just for the summer. Come temperature starts to die down, I'll probably start streaming more and more into like the afternoon. Mainly because it's a good idea in general, but also because obviously, if I stream at night, it'll be a little too cold and I have heaters on all the time. So it'd be more in my best interest to stream in the daytime usually than that. That's at least what I think, mostly. So yeah, I'm definitely. Chad doesn't even stay up that late. I think everyone like starts to. The other thing, like even though everyone's up at night, unless you have everyone agrees to be up at night, and it's just, but it's more of a coincidence thing. Then at that point, it's just like everyone's almost just kind of dead around that time anyway. So, I mean. Chad did push me to stay up at 3 a.m. mainly because I wanted to see him do a Mori. But yeah, let's go start the game, and you'll see something kind of nice here in a second. Mainly the fact that chat seems to be backwards. Thanks to Chair gave me this this thing where now it's from top to bottom. As weird as that sounds. now it starts off from the top and then it goes pushed down so that my model can be like more seen. So then I can have like my model up higher a little bit, and it's still like it's in the disappearing stuff. But yeah. So it pushes everything down to the bottom. So if Chair talked, eventually his chat message will reach the bottom, and he will be considered a bottom again. Okay, but this time, hang on. Last time we played on Minecraft and the server was up. Anything changed. I think this was always here, I believe, for a while. I don't think it's been built. Yeah, this is still incomplete. Okay, so last time I left off, I was trying to make the railway to the Nether so we can make fire resistance potions, and then be able to do that. Why do I still have the capture card in here? Get out of here. This is the Minecraft stream. Okay. I'm gonna get some music here for a second, and I got while we're get it together. So it's been fun so far, but I think for this, we're gonna go and play some Warrior music. One of my favorite tracks from the original game. Maybe not. No, just kidding. It should be fun. Even if it does have lyrics. Oh, is it loud enough? Oh, it's a little too quiet. Hang on. That's still too quiet. Hang on. There we go. That should be fine. God, I probably should get. Well, the thing is, it's on phone. I don't have it on not anymore. Uh-oh. Too loud. Audio. I hate dealing with audio problems. There, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. This should be fine. I'll increase the volume a little bit higher for you guys. There we go. Okay. Alright, another portal. We need to work on that. I ran out of iron. I need to go get more. Efficiency. I broke my unbreaking pickaxe. That sucks. But we're off to get more iron. So yeah, the original WarioWare game. I forgot how I knew a little bit that the WarioWare games existed. I forgot what got me into the games itself. I think I should use this diamond pickaxe. Let's see if it gives me. I only have 12 experience, but I hope for an unbreaking. How about this days? Okay. I guess diamonds aren't that rare anyway. I mean, they are, but you know, they're not extremely. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. I don't know why I was thinking of looking for books. So I don't know what got me into playing WarioWare. Like, I can say what got me into playing Earthbound and stuff, because that was from like people talking about Undertale and like, oh, it's, you know, it's similar to Earthbound, and that's what got my curiosity. But I don't think I have one for WarioWare. I don't know what compelled me to play that game. Efficiency unbreaking. Oh, there's a Fortune 3 level 30. Oh, okay. You know, I really want that more. So I want to grind that. Even if it's gonna take forever. How is WarioWare? WarioWare is great. I think for what it is, like, some people won't like it, you know. So, some people would like a more direct game. But I think if you're the type of person that like has a hard time getting into games because maybe the pacing is too slow or the gameplay is a little too slow, or maybe even something like Mario. If you think platforming all the time with Mario is just a tad bit too slow, and you want something more faster paced, something that keeps your focus on you know, that kind of stuff, WarioWare is like the perfect game for just how it always attunes to the sense of you gotta keep your toes up, and it gets faster as it goes along. So it's kind of perfect for. It's perfect for a lot of people, and it's like really good for a lot of people, even if you don't fully like that idea that much. I think. If I were to make a rating though of which games are like better than others, like in a tier list, that would be a more difficult thing to do, but I can certainly do that. Alright. Chickens. For me, WarioWare is pretty perfect. It keeps my focus all the time. It never lets me bored. The faster things get, the more chaotic it gets, and it's just great, man. It's just great. What I was saying before that, though, yeah, I don't know what compelled me to play the first game. I can't remember if it was like a comment or The music... I think it could have just been Ashley, but I'm not certain because Ashley is not until Touched. So if I played it for Ashley, I would have known. Like I would have played the Touched. I wouldn't play the original. It could have also been the Smash Brothers stage, but that just goes to show how much I knew about the game. But I don't know what made me like finally want to play it. Was it you that retweeted? Yes. I think I retweeted. I remember seeing something like that, and I probably retweeted it. I don't know. Yeah. I don't think it has the best female characters, or certain. I mean, there's really no way to say what is the best female characters, rather than just good characters. I think they're just more interesting characters for what they are. Hi, Sakiwa. I think they're just very interesting characters. I mean, you have a very monotone, you know, girl that does wizard stuff, hates socializing, and that kind of stuff. You have Penny, just a cute scientist pop star. I wonder if Japan it's translated to, instead of being a pop star, an idol. I don't know, probably. Mona is also a pretty interesting one. I like the idea that she's always busy, she's always doing jobs and stuff. She doesn't have time for other things. I already did. Like, what was I gonna say? I mean, it doesn't happen now. I think... Let's see, Gold and Get It Together didn't show that off of Mona, though, actually. There's Paul. Don't know, Paul, don't know. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, Gold has her just, like, preparing for a party. And then Get It Together, she just has, like, to clean a house. And it's really nice that the pets she has in Get It Together, the pets she has in her house are the same pets that are used in the minigames beforehand, where she helped literally fight off the police in the enemy pizza place. What else? There was also... No, that was the only thing. Like, first game has her running from the police because she's late to work and she's speeding. Twisted had Mona Pizza, did it? Yeah, no. No, Mona Pizza. No. It has to be Twisted. Yeah, it has to be Twisted because Touched is Ashley's song. Yeah, so Twisted had running away from the evil, you know, the competing pizza place and fighting them off. Touched had her, I think, again running from something to get to work because she had a singing thing to do in the game. Yeah, those are the three animals. Let me put this away. I really want that Fortune 3, but I'm not gonna get it this time. But there's no Unbreaking either. No. I hate to get rid of that Fortune 3, but it's just sometimes things happen. Yeah, Paul, what's up? I'm at the enchantment table house here. At the, I forgot whose house is this, Kashido's house or something? Efficiency 2. I wanted unbreaking, but okay. Alright, that did help. That got me the pickaxe to unbreaking too. I was straight up looking at it. They gave me 2 levels, I think. Or 1 level. Just what I needed, as Mario says in Mario Advance. That actually helped, but now I have 14. Alright. Let's head back to mining again. I could more go back to the what's it called, the fortress, get the blaze rods and wart if they're there, and then rush back to make fire resistance potion, and then I don't know, but I don't think anyone has. I don't know. The thing that stops me is that, can you bother for fire resistance? I guess I can, but that again results in me just mining for gold. What is that? Who made that? What was I gonna say? Yeah. The thing is that even if I do make the railway, it's not guaranteed that's like, okay, good, our lives are better. No, it's just I don't want to take it to get to the Nether, or to get to the Nether fortress, which I guess we can have potions, but it doesn't get us. Oh, that could help a lot. So what's this? I wanna. Oh, this is a cobblestone making farm, huh? It looked so much bigger. What is that shadow? Yeah, that shadow is what I thought this was. Why is there a shadow there? Oh, you're making a lava cast, but that doesn't explain the shadow. Why is this shadow here? I don't get this. Nani nani na na na. Na 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 na. You're just. Yeah. Something else that's a bit odd. Well, now with the setup, I no longer have a place to stand the mic. Like before, I used to have a little thing that attaches to the table, but this table isn't that deep to dig into for it to be hold. Like it has to hit just the corner, and recently that chipped the table a little bit, and I didn't want that to happen. I didn't want that to keep happening. Oh, music stopped. Let me change that. I guess it just started. There's not much like big long songs of WarioWare anyway. Oh my god, I lost my train of thought again. No, I was just gonna mine. Let's go back over here. Is that a tiny squid? No, that's just a block. I thought that was a tiny squid. Okay. It went that way for mining. Let's just go forward. I have a compass. So the setup change is that I no longer have that now, and I can't believe I'm saying this, that the microphone now, instead of just sitting in the ground, now has a little pen stand that was used when I got the tablet, the Hue 1 tablet. And I never thought it would actually come in useful because for the longest time I considered this like pen holder terrible. It's like too easy for the pen to just fall out. There's no attachment or anything. You just place it on it and just hope it doesn't, hope no object bumps into it or your hand bumps into it that it won't plummet down. Ooh, that seems nice. That looks good. I'm also use the iron one first. Na 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 na. In other words, now that pen holder is useful. I have two of them, so I already have another place to put the pen anyway. But I still can't believe this pen holder that I probably should have just thrown away the extra one, but I just kept for some reason. Just I don't know, like maybe it would be useful. I doubt it would be useful, but apparently it was. It then became useful. I felt dumb. And like Chunno. But Chunno Day has passed, so she no longer exists. I was worried that doing that would have like the cable be tugged and like the connection, like the microphone would just like suddenly die immediately. God, I had to experience that with Chair though. That was the problem. They're in a Discord VC call, his mic just died and it was the loudest thing ever. There is a thing on... Is there a thing on Streamlabs and stuff that like prevents like audio too high to be produced? It probably is. Na 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 Unfortunate events right there, oh boy. I guess he was in the water or something. I feel bad because I think I'm gonna do another double whammy on this. I bought the digital version of WarioWare Get It Together, and I really think maybe I should have gotten the physical, but I had so much excitement. Oh, this is underwater place. I had so much excitement that I didn't think about it, and now I realize like, oh yeah, I should have bought a physical version, not the digital one. Just have it shipped. Because now I'm thinking, if I could just bring it to Chair's place, but like if I had the physical one, I just have to bring the copy. Wait, this. Yeah, no, Chair has a Switch. I think. I keep forgetting if he does it now, because you know, Chair. So I'll probably have to bring my Switch somewhere safe, just so we can play co-op together. I think it would be nice. I am sad that it's not, you know, online. I am sad for that. It does suck a lot. Can I dig up? Nice. But I kind of understand at the same time that if it was online, there might be some internet issues, and they'll probably like add in the workflow. And you know, since a lot of these games are like very one-to-one, it's possible. It's possible. I kind of am like, yeah, I kind of understand why, but I still hope that there was like online play instead of just co-op. Maybe in the future they'll add online play. Who knows? That just still sucks. Oh! Get in the lava. Cool, mine shaft. Okay, we might find some stuff good here. Some stuff good here. I do not English well. Hey Kachito, welcome back. Paul is still trying to get into the game. Internet is so bad though. Oh, did they hit each other? Oh no, they just fell. This is a big ravine. But there's light up there, so if assuming that, oh no, that's just the thing growing. I like that, and that's helpful in ravines. I didn't think like so much of it in caves, but in ravines it definitely helps out to see things. Like in ravines, like everything is dark, but now you can see some of it. I mean, it does kind of like, you know, get rid of the true mystery. I wonder if there's ravines that specifically say, okay, you cannot grow any of this, these vines, these glowing vines. Also, what am I doing? I could just steal these rails too. Alright, I guess I can give a rundown of some things really quick. Hi Deba, you want to join? If your internet isn't as bad as Paul's, that is. Love you, Deba. Okay, so let me give my my little breakdown here of the WarioWare games. The best WarioWare game overall, in terms of like details and designs and that kind of stuff, I fully believe, it's Gold. WarioWare Gold, I think, is the most polished title. Title lagging. Oh yeah, it said you drowned, but it hasn't. But it probably hasn't been 5 minutes. Is your stuff is still there? It's still floating somewhere where you were. Yeah, it had a message where Paul drowned. So he was in a body of water somewhere while he was lagging out and disconnecting and reconnecting. It's not. Cool. You think there's a... Was in the... How many durability is a 4? Let's not use it anymore. We'll go back. Oh, Deba's here. Hi, Deba. Ooh, very nice stuff. Let's get this. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Internet? Oh, fuck. No, if it's in the... I wonder if, like, maybe like, your stuff just went into, If you mean the tank, like, where the vines are being grown, what if it just went into a, yeah, what are those called? Like, little deposit things. Of course. Aw. Well, it is internet, but, you know. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, going back to the WarioWare thing. Ooh, Marion. Going back to the WarioWare thing, I fully believe that, Gold is the best polished title. Second to that, now I haven't played Smooth Moves. A lot of people like that game, and I just can't put that on the list. I can't say what's my feeling on it. It looks fun. It definitely looks fun, but I can't say like how I think about it. I do like the music though. The music is really nice. So I'll just say like that's, you know, unrated right now. Second to Gold is the original WarioWare because it's just the cleanest. I think WarioWare, oh, another dark cave. WarioWare Incorporated is the cleanest. You're trapped where? In an endless void again, like the other times, or? Oh, you pick. Oh boy, I can come rescue you. Hang on, I can come rescue you. Just give me a bit. Because I need to actually go there. No, of course that's the other thing is that I have to find you. Yeah. So yeah, I think WarioWare 1 is the cleanest. I think it's also the interesting thing about it is how the game is kind of structured, because one thing that I miss from all the other WarioWare games is how it's structured. The deal of the other games is kind of lost on this part. You see, in some of these WarioWare games, oh, that will happen. Oh, there goes all my torches. Now it'll be 2 blocks wide. Oh shoot! I would have ended in death. Yeah, like that. Cool. Where am I? Nice. Now I don't have to rescue you. Yay! I get to be lazy again. It's that way. Okay, so back to yeah. WarioWare 1 is the classic because of the categories. Later WarioWare games, you can see this in Gold and Get It Together. That I have a little problem with is that all of them are just themes of the micro games. Like all of them are just like, oh, this one is is That's Life. This one is Nintendo. This one is like, you know, Wario theme. This one is robotic theme. This one is fantasy themed. And that's pretty cool. But the thing with older WarioWare games is that the themes weren't actually just like that. The themes were actually based on the controls you were doing. But the original also has something different. Nintendo with naming things is terrible. Not just that. It's actually what the microgames are in categories. Because the thing is that the original has a microgame that is very, very, very interesting, and one of my favorites. They have a category called IQ with WarioBlock. And the reason that's so incredible to me, because it's one of the funnest stages in all of WarioWare. Yeah, I know Nintendo is bad at naming stuff, but that's also because Japan doesn't have a lot of vocabulary when describing things, so it kind of sucks. Either way, IQ. That category is one of my favorites. It is just all about thinking and puzzles with a lot of time and brain juice and that kind of stuff. It's just really, like, one of my favorites. Not including, of course, the music. The music stage with dribble and spits. What consoles is for? The original WarioWare Incorporated was in the Game Boy Advance. Oh, hi Tofu. How are you doing? I missed you. I love seeing your art, and I still have not done a study session with you. I am sorry. Okay, going back. Yeah, I know you struggle a lot in the IQ, but that's what I liked, because I liked training my little brain into trying to figure stuff out and everything. It was really fun. All's good, Cody. I want to hug you. You look so cute. Okay. Na na na. Na 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 na. So yeah, that's something that I found very nice about it. I really like IQ. Everything else is the same, mostly. Like, I think. Oh no, God. I think Mona had like that strange, like it's a ton of strange games, because they kind of knew it was strange to begin with, and they knew they wanted it to be a strange series. But strange category hasn't come back since. Oh, those aren't. Does anyone have an anvil? I need anvils. I need to combine something. Okay, and then what was his name? Dr. Krygor had a realistic category, and I think this one just has to go away through the time. It makes sense, but for the GBA, having like realistic art was kind of impressive, you know. It was nice to see like realistic like stuff. But of course now with the new WarioWare, literally the cutscenes are taking place in real life, so can't do much there. Cool. Well, this good person has angle. I think this is Raven's house, right? Yeah. They have a map. He has a map and everything already. Wow. Look at this. You got a pretty nice little place here. Sex plant. Oh my. Da, 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 da. I guess I can buy Unbreaking with it. Yeah. Na 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 na. You guys are getting horny off of Plant Court, girls. You guys. Alright. But that's something I love about the original, and that's why I think it's on second place. Because just for the categories alone. Just for the categories. I think also what's great about the original is its difficulty, which eased up over the games, over the years and stuff. Now, when I say that, I don't mean like that's a bad thing. I'm saying more like a little bit of a positive on my side, because I think out of all the WarioWare games I have issues with, it's the first one I had the problem with. With WarioWare Gold... Now, I know WarioWare Gold and Get It Together has the coin system where you can just pay money to continue when you get a game over. I don't mind that. When that happens, I just push start over, and I still manage to beat the minigame in one try. Or one try after getting a game over. But I mean, like, not continuing or anything, and it only takes one extra try to do it. But man... Let me tell you, the original did not hold back. I think because the thing with the original, and this is something that's from the other games as well. I think it's C, yeah. Paul gets it. My sword's about to break. I just put in iron away, get them in. Give me those sticks back. Use that anvil again. I was thinking of something. Yeah. Difficulty-wise, WarioWare Incorporated had a ton of power where I struggled the last two stages. You see, the structure was you would be Wario, which was introduction, then Jimmy T, then 3 characters you could pick from freely. You just have to do all 3. Then back to Jimmy, and Jimmy would be a remix of the ones you already dealt with. Oh, nothing good. What about the pickaxe? Sure, why not? Ooh. Take that. Could have him breaking 2 in that pickaxe. Yeah. That was one thing that was very great about it. Jimmy T... Well, the copy of Jimmy T, like, you know, different version of him. He would have the mini games you just went through with the 3 beforehand, but they would be on level 2. And the thing that WarioWare Incorporated is that the goals... Cody, music sounds trippy. I can change it then. Hang on. As long as someone kills me. That's some good hentai on Twitter right now, though. Let's do... What's it called? What's it called? Tomorrow Hill. Actually, wait, no, let's do Ashley's thing. I know, Fancy Me Contrila. I know, that one's good, but I want to do, I want to do WarioWare themed stuff. Who's the girl next door living in the haunted mansion? You better learn my name. Oh yeah, Gold has it sped up, actually. Yeah. What was was there another instrumental in... There we go. There we go. Oh, Danceretto lyrics isolated. It's funny, I really thought that the sound effect that played in Doki Doki Literature Club was just like Monica's voice actor when she sang. I really thought that was just Monica's going by, like a little clip it. I saw people say, you know, I saw people say like, oh, this is Ashley from Touch, and I'm like, huh, that's interesting. It's kind of weird though. And of course, now that I played Twisted and I heard the audio clearly, yeah, it's from it. I'm just like, geez, wow, what a random thing to take. And it's funny because I wonder if Nintendo knows, or if it's that short of a clip that they don't even care. Because it's using it in something new, you know? There, it's coming. You're all waiting for it. There it is. Oh. Well, it happens. Come back soon, Paul. Love you. Living in the haunted mansion. Ashley. So yeah, WarioWare's incorporated difficulty absolutely hard that it took me a couple of retries to make. That was just something the one time I had like a difficulty spike because the let me tell you, Wario's like in Get It Together, it's around 15, 20. Yeah, it's around 20 and 15. Ah, see ya, Paul. I know internet issues suck. Maybe another time though. There's always another time. Get that out of here. Okay, finish the sentence. Finish the sentence, Cody. What was the sentence I was trying to finish? Okay. Wario's level in Gold and in Get It Together, it's pretty high. I think it's like 20, 25, pretty high. In WarioWare Incorporated, I believe was 30. It was really, really high. It was monstrously high. Jimmy T of the final one was also just as bad. It was pretty high. And I think the difficulty of the micro games was also really, really tough too. Because they weren't level 1. You would think they would be level 1 because it's the first time you're seeing them, but Wario's micro games actually start off in... The new ones start in level 1, but the ones returning that are from the introduction are level 2. And I think some micro games in general is just pretty difficult to grasp. One of my most hated... Three micro games in the original WarioWare I absolutely hated, if not for a simple trick, kinda. Or if they didn't improve it in Gold. The Nintendo, there's like this green screen kart game that you have to avoid cars. When it gets to level 3, it's so fast, I can't react fast enough at all. I tried multiple times, I even tried it in practice. Could not for the life of me win that minigame properly. I would only get it if I'm really lucky. I would always be just slightly off. And it sucked. Don't like that minigame at all. The next one I don't like as well, but thankfully I'm okay with still playing the stage. Actually, yeah, both of them are 9-volt stage. Just realized that. Guess what? I didn't play a lot of 9-volt in the GBA games. It's one of my lowest scores. Is the boss battle for 9-volt. The baseball is super hard. It either goes super fast or super slow. But the thing is, when I think it's going fast, I swing and it's slow. And when you do a swing, it takes a super long cooldown to swing again. So you're definitely not going to get a second swing in the farther levels. And if it's a slow one and you're trying to wait for it, it's a fast one, and then you just can't reach it in time, and you just... And I would have hated that stage a lot more if it wasn't for a glitch or a trick you can do. When... Ah, that was close. Jesus. That was scary. There's a trick you can do. If the second the ball is thrown, pause the game and just look where the ball is heading. If it's heading up, it's a slow swing. If it's heading straight towards you, it's a fast swing, and you should press A immediately. So if it's up, you just wait to swing. If it's down, you swing as soon as you unpause. Yeah, it sucks, but that's the only way I could get past the macro game and actually, like, get to farther levels. I'm so excited to do such a thing, but hey, you know. Na 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 na. Can I just also just mention how Ashley is like she sounds such like a lolly in the in the Japanese version. Hang on. If I'm safe, let me bring the Japanese. Look at how lolly she sounds. I was really thinking, man, she sounds like a Hololive member. But I can't figure out who. And you know, and the best part is that the Japanese on Smash sounds a lot more like a lolly. It's so funny that for characters in English that are so deadpan, in Japanese they sound like the highest pitched cutesy characters. But I guess that's just what Japanese likes. Maybe. That could be. The other thing too is that the other thing too is that of course, when it comes to countries and stuff, usually small equals high pitched. So I think the great big joke of Ashley is that she's so small. I thought I heard one behind me, even though it was just that sound effect lingering. The funny thing about Ashley is that, you know, she's small, so she has to have a high pitched voice, right? But in English, it's like, no, she's a child, but she has this super deep deadpan voice. And I think this is also something with Plankton in Japanese SpongeBob, because in SpongeBob, in Japanese SpongeBob, Plankton has a high-pitched voice. It isn't deep like it's in English. And it's once you hear that Plankton voice, you really start to appreciate the joke that the writers made to give him a very deep voice. It's really silly, but let's go back. Let's go back a bit. WarioWare songs. Let's go to this one I like. Let me tell you, playing this emulated was hell. It's easier. It's easier if you actually have the. It's easier if you actually have the, you know, the gyro. It's not when you have to push buttons to do it. Yeah, Wario then Mumbo. It's so... Such a weird final boss, but I think it works so well, especially when you realize that these are the people that would eventually make Rhythm Heaven. Or did they? Are all the WarioWare games made by the Rhythm Heaven people? Because I know they started to reference that a lot in... when did they start to reference that? I think it's in Gold. They start to reference it. Is the Gold developers that made Rhythm Heaven and all the others were just like... coincidence? No, not coincidence. They were just wasn't made. Or am I reading it too much where they made WarioWare Gold first and then they made Rhythm Heaven? Yeah, I'm harvesting some. I got like 9 already. How much do you need? Na 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 Why is there one sand right here? Oh, merging, whatever these are called, I forgot. Oh, shoot! Look at me. Because they shot an arrow. I'm funny, right? Okay. So going back all the way back to ranking the WarioWare games. Second best is the original WarioWare Incorporated. Now, third best. Oh, one last thing about WarioWare, actually, about WarioWare Incorporated. I think the final boss for WarioWare Incorporated is, I think, the best representation. Now, this should just be reading things way too into it, and probably not part of developers at all. But I like how the final boss is multiple things to do instantly. Like, you know, you're dodging by jumping, then you're dodging by things above, then you're doing both, then you jump up to collect jetpack, then you're attacking things, then you collect things to get more speed, then you fight a mini boss, and then you escape. And I feel like that is like a perfect representation of how you take these small inputs of a micro game, you put them together, and now you have an actual game. You know? Because that's what like all a game is. All a game is like a WarioWare micro game. It's just, you know, you see a thing, do this action. Can you do it well and precise enough? You know, obviously you just don't have a break in between, but I don't know. I feel like it's just kind of poetry in a way, where it feels right, you know. By the way, Vox Andrea is doing it once again. After the Vox out, I need to check to see if they answered my question of the WarioWare and if they realized that was me, because I've been talking about it for a while. I am out of torches. No, I'm not. That's a lot of iron. I would have another stack of rail tracks. I don't even have to craft. I think this time it might be the one. Well, to get there almost. I know there's a lot more in the way. Riding even to it will take a while, which will suck. But you know, whatever. I should probably start building another house too. I am tired of this of the pubic square I have. Well, the Minecraft World Stolen Hearts? I don't know. It would be willing to put in a plugin just to make minecarts faster, but... It's also, Kichito, I think also... I think minecarts are the most basic and easiest to do. Resource and, because, for one, like, if you want to do the boat trick, which was having packed ice, that requires you to go mining for ice and needing like a strong enough pickaxe and silk touch. Then the ability to place all that ice, and we're talking also in the nether, so I don't know if the ice will survive there. It probably might though. Hi. I feel like you're gonna kill me with how much little health I have, so I'm gonna... Ah, bitch. Oh, there you are. Ah! That did so much damage. Let me change music again. Let's, there we go. They don't have Wario's theme in here. Let's go. There we go. This song's pretty great. I like this. Okay. Third ranking for WarioWare Best Game. WarioWare Incorporated second, WarioWare Gold first. WarioWare, the new one, and the Wii withstanding because I want to play more of those. The third one will be between Twisted and Touch. I don't want to say Twisted. I don't want to say Touch like a little bit low budget. But at the same time, the Touch is kind of unpolished in a way, but it also brought us Ashley. But at the same time, WarioWare's Twisted has the Wario Clock mechanic, which I think is really fun and really satisfying. And we'll play the DS one. Play also the original. If you can play the DS one, play the original. Like, emulate it. It's easy. It's not that hard of a game, I feel. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Yeah. I feel... I did not get that much coal? Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't. Maybe I grab some coal while I go explore here before I leave. What was the final boss in Touch? It was like a dungeon crawler thing. I think... I know Touch gave us Ashley, but I think I really need to give the creativeness to Twisted because it has some very interesting things to do with the gravity. With the gravity and tilting in the Wario Watch and that kind of stuff. So I think I will give it to Twisted as like the third best Wario game. Probably if you do have like the proper means to have gyro controls to twist. Because It's a bit of hell and a hassle to get through. But then again, some of the twisted micro games are in gold, which makes, you know, gold so much better anyway. Because I put Twisted because, you know, Wario Watch is really nice. The gravity stuff with Dr. Krykor is really great. The micro games are just as creative and fun. I think it has a lot of great moments with even the story too. There's a there's a katana micro game where it's just pressing A, no twisting required. To fit that all in a category is kind of funny. But, you know, they also try like some 3D stuff too. It's a bit, you know, again, unpolished for the Game Boy that they tried this for the first time. But hey, you know, they gave it a try and it's fine. For what it is. Now, Twisted is also great. I think it's also the same as Touched is also the same in kind of like the low budget kind of deal. Same as always. Twisted had some great stuff, had some great characters, it had some great mechanics to use with using the touchscreen and everything. I think the mini games are kind of okay-ish, though. I forgot what else. Yeah, I kind of forgot what else. I can't really think of like other reasons why I would put Twisted higher than Touch. It's just like, even though I did like Twisted or Touched a lot, Twisted is just like, I think, a little better for the mechanics of ROM. I think also, so I haven't talked about why Gold is on top. Other than, you know, it has a lot of the micro games, it's very polished and everything. So I'll say other things why I like that game a lot more. Oh, we got a name tag! We can actually do what Sakio wanted and name a horse. I'll leave that there. So I think with that, that's a ton of stuff. I think I'm ready to get out of here once I get my minecart rails. Do I have enough to pick them up? Yeah. First off, this boss, the final boss for WarioWare Gold, it is probably the best final boss ever. And I don't mean that just for WarioWare, I mean that like for any game. I think WarioWare Gold has one of the best bosses sequences. I think it's just amazing how, like, all other Wario games in the past had just, you know, tutorial where Wario, and then it's like, okay, here's the harder stuff. Oh, you did the harder stuff. Okay, cool. And then, you know, like, Wario would, like, steal the money or something from the first game. He would, like, get hurt in some other moments. I think in Twisted he gets, like, put into a washing machine. Yeah, no, he tries to stop a train and then dies. I think Twisted... Twisted. No, Twisted was again with Wario Man. And, I forgot what he tried to do there. I think he tried to do something and then failed again. But yeah, he still cheered for you and everything. But in WarioWare Gold, the story is that he's hosting a tournament, and whoever wins would earn money. You won that tournament, but he's running away with the money anyway. So now you're like trying to stop him, and he's desperately trying not to get you the win. Get rid of this. Alright, yeah, I'm really out of here now. So he puts on this like random crown that he thinks is a crown, and then he just uses it to fight you off. And of course, the only Wario game to have a cutscene in the middle of the microgame session, with Lulu trying to fight him off. Like, ah man, it's so good. I think the cutscenes for everyone else is also really cute and charming too. It really expands the character a lot in many ways. I mean, I started to like, I liked Jimmy T a lot. Ashley, of course, is a big favorite as always, just made me love her more. Penny is really cute, and the first time we start, is that the first time we saw Penny actually? Yeah, I think that might be the first time we saw Penny. No, she appeared in the Smooth Move, never mind. But that's the first time we got to see the pop star part. I think, yeah, that was the first time we got to see that she really wanted to be a pop star as well. So that was really cute. This way. I just like to see that pop star side, and then bam, 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 ba-da-da-da. And seeing that more, that she wanted to make something to a fantastic singer. With how headstrong she is. I like that. Mona's character, of course, is really nice. Getting to see Oberon, even though he was chibi and everything, you know, and that was a lot of people's thoughts about it. It was still nice to see him. And then Kat and Anna were really cute too. I love them, was just so cute, and it was just really nice. I liked it. Alright, I'm gonna take a rest while I smooth things out here. I think I have enough stuff where I would start wanting to make a new house anyway. So I think I'm willing to do that now. Oh, Cachito, I have your string. Go into my house. I have it there. Gotta take a little breather. And it's right here. The thing that makes this boss fight so good too is that no other Wario game done that before. It's right here. You're winning, you're doing all well, and then Wario starts distracting you by not telling you what the controls are for the micro game you're using. It's mixed between touching, using the touchscreen, tilting or twisting, or using the buttons, smash, twitch, and touch. But he will prevent you from knowing what it is. And it's so good because it's the one time where like this fits Wario's character. He's trying to stop you from winning. He's going to cheat, and it's such a good introduction. So good. It's so good. I love it so much. Maybe a little too much. But it's something I... Oh, what? You can't find it? Oh, right in this one. Oh, you already took it. Never mind. What are those shoes? Hang on. What boots do you have? Is that leather boots? Little bit. Soul Speed. Oh, right. I have a texture pack on. No wonder. I have a texture pack. I forgot about that. Alright, let me check. I'm gonna go check on Twitter. Let's see what's up for Twitter. Good tutorial actually. Let me grab that and put it in our tutorials. What'd you say? Where you build your second house? I don't know. I think I'll just have to find a place. Maybe a cool geography place or something. Someone drew a very curvy 5 volt. Not a 9 volt, that would be scary. I don't want to see that in my life. Oh yeah, there's also so many modes in Wario Gold. Wario Distracts is one of them. Just the entire game is him distracting you, not just a part. Gamer is back. There's one where you can mess with the speed. I'm trying to remember. There was more. There was definitely more. I'm just trying to remember what they were. There were the animal buildings already, but there was more, and I can't remember for the life of me. Distract. Yeah. Oh, Wario Watch. Yeah, they brought Wario Watch back too. I don't know. Me talking about WarioWare has been wanting me to play more WarioWare. I need to get my water. Yeah. Hi Deba, I'm resting for a bit. I'll do the break time screen. I need to edit this more. I wanna work on it. I'm getting Discord DMs. Tuesday and Thursday I can't stream anymore, unfortunately. No, Wednesday and Thursday. Oh wait, no. No, it's Tuesday and Tuesday and oh god, I forgot. I need to remember. I think it's Wednesday and Thursday I can't do. So Friday is gonna be Splatoon then. So Monday is Minecraft. Tuesday is what it is free day. No, wait. Sunday is Minecraft. Monday is nothing. No, Monday. Oh my god, what are the days of the week? I don't remember. Oh shit, I remember how you made Nikki on for break. Whoops. Okay. Sunday is Minecraft. Monday could just be a break day. Tuesday could be Splatoon then. Or Tuesday would be a free day, like normal. Friday could be Splatoon day now. And then, let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, and then... I'll do this. Maybe I'll shorten it to just 3 streams a day. Just for the sake of having more time. Because I would take some breaks off to record anyway. Also, I keep accidentally when I want to say on, I say 1. Okay, I'm gonna go. Did anyone say anything in chat? Oh, okay, no. I'm gonna go get some water and cool off for a bit. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Whew. Whew. So, oh. Okay, you came in a great time. I was about to switch back. Hi, Sodi. How are you? I'm gonna give you a hug. Yeah, have a hug. What were you doing? Are you playing? Are you still showing up here? Final Fantasy. Oh, the online. I keep thinking I want to play an MMO, but I like the communities that build around it and the stories told. Like, I don't know. I'm not that dedicated enough, unfortunately. Oh, Split Screen. I like this song too. Another thing. Look at this. It's doing, yeah, it's like normal. Is there like dailies you do, like a gacha game? I don't know much about MMOs or like modern MMOs that are like actual big. What are you guys talking about? Neba, I hope you know that's now on stream forever. Nah, more like doing a specific routine to get levels and doing in-game extreme content. If you could get away with not wearing pants, would you, Cody? Maybe. I won't confirm nor deny it, so maybe. I mean, I know it's not really a gacha game, Sony. Like, there's no gacha mechanics in MMO, really. Except, I think Wizard War 1 is implementing those things. Yeah, so far the only MMO games I've played have been, you know, stuff like Wizards 101 and everything, so I don't really have that much experience with it, and just the child stuff, I guess. Probably my fault, really. But, you know, it happens. I probably should get back to that game. It's hard without friends, though. I mean, yes, there are like friend-making things you can do. You know, explore, you'll find people, and it's like, oh, look, we're doing the same quest. Let's just friend each other in case we need help. But you know, I want like friends in Discord and stuff that I can like be best friends forever, not. And especially since I can't be playing that game all the time. So if they play it more than me, naturally, I'll just they'll out-level me. Sony, how do you feel about the WarioWare series? I've been playing the new one recently, and I have been saddened to know that Vote for Waifus does not like the WarioWare. You don't know WarioWare? The Wario minigame collection or micro game collection. That's like you play a micro game and then it goes on to the next one really fast and it gets faster and faster. Yeah. I'm saddened to know Vote doesn't know that. Which ones have you played? Because I've been talking about like what I rank them in, what I think is my thoughts on, and that kind of stuff. Just the series as a whole, not just the new one. Haven't tried out the new demo. It's as much as a demo can offer, just a couple of micro games and some characters. GBA, which GBA? There's two for the GBAs. The original and Twisted. I guess the original by default, but I just want to make sure. OG GBA. Okay, original. So not Twisted. Okay. I never tried I haven't played the Wii one, and I really want to because I hear people say that one's like their most favorite WarioWare game, and I have to know how it feels like. And I did play the DS one. I played it through my phone. Shameless, maybe. But it worked well for there. And I played original, DS, Twisted, but again, emulated controls, and Gold, and of course the new one. The Wii is bizarre, but then enjoyable. I think the Wii has its like very big charm. The charm built on a rushed game and it making sense because it's Wario. Having a lucky convenience for them of it working well. I think also the music, the music and like sound design for the Wii is also extremely good. I mean, nothing can beat the guitar in the Elephant Towers. I mean, come on, nothing has come close to being that good. Maybe actually in WarioWare Gold, but not a guitar. I've been talking how Gold is probably the best WarioWare game overall. It has the most modes, the most micro games, maybe. It's very polished. There's cutscenes with voice acting in it. I think the designs are very cute and adorable. And the final stage is amazing. That's actually a cutscene. The cutscenes happen, and you know, Wario distracts you because that's the point of the story. The micro games are really great. Three different controls: mash, twist, and touch. Yeah. I've seen the gold cutscenes, pretty cool. Oh, this is a villager. We'll have to make a library soon. I'm still trying to find a cool place to stay. They put so much effort on Gold. It's so good. I think, what else was that? I think also the fact that it started off using money and stuff to buy cards for another minigame. Genius idea. And it's just so much, there's so much good going for gold. And I wanna keep looking, because there was definitely like a landscape that was really cool to build a house on. I just need to find it, so I'm gonna go. Which places have green in them? The cow has green, but it's a savanna. I don't want to go that far though, too. But that's the only way that's deeper into the forest. I'll go there. Oh yeah. How far is it? I don't know where it is. There's no mountains here. Maybe where I'm going is where the mountains are too. Na 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 na. Oh, I should mention also, man, this song that's playing, Split Screen, is the most tense I think a game has ever made me. Cause WarioWare is you play a micro game, then there's a little break, and then you go to the next one. But Split Screen has it so that you don't have a break. As soon as you finish one, the other one on the bottom or top screen will start. And then when you finish that, the next one will start. And then, once you finish that, the bottom one will start, and then the top one will start. And it gets faster and faster, and it's so tense, but it's so enjoyable. I better get my apartment ready to make an improv trip to Vegas Tuesday. Really? Improv to... It's not improv. I mean, like... I don't know if that's a typo or not, or if that's a word I just don't know. But good luck, Sony. I want to talk to you more if you're willing. I've been talking a lot to some of the people, trying to get better friends with them, because yeah, like I already have a couple. I can always just DM Oliver and share hentai, but there's a lot of other people I want to be friends with too. It's all good. Just chilling right now before I go to bed. All right then. Okay, so you're like, oh yeah, you're around my time. What am I thinking? So like in the morning, I'll probably like send you a message or something, or a random image. My reactions on people depend on how they react to an image. If they send one back, they're good homies. If they react to it, it's like you're new to this game, aren't you? But if they're just like they don't respond, or it's just like, why did you send me this? Then it's like, maybe you're not true, homie. That might have gave away who I was referring to, but I wonder how many people would figure it out. This looks like a cool place to build. What do you think, Achito? And then you check the stream. And it's like, you got a little flat land here, and then you have some vertical stuff. You make karma like in our server? No, karma is fine with me sending images randomly. Ow. Ow. Da 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 bottom. Yeah, what it oh shoot. I moved my mouse to stretch, and it like the tip of it moved. I think this is where I dug up, actually. Yeah, this is like a big mountain peak, but I want to be there. I want to be in this ravine thing. So like, yeah, and then there's like a little bridge or archway to this place. And it's just a whole collective part. Like, it's not just a square building, it's like a hallway, basically. I think this place has some class. I don't think anything can beat it. Unless there's like another like impressive cliff beyond this one, but I doubt it. Yeah, this is just like a regular hill. I mean, there's some floaty land, but I don't think I can... Oh, there's a swamp nearby, too. That's cool. I want some blue flowers for dyeing later. Well, I have this. I can just use this. Come on. There we go. Okay, so let's see. If this mountain doesn't beat it, then we're gonna live in the other mountain. And this seems to just be Flathead, so... It seems to be just as flat as Chair's VTuber model. Yeah. Let me go around. Cody, you're flatter than Chair. Look at my model! You're blind! Blind, I say. Ah, good. Hang on, I'm getting a call. Okay, I'm back. Alright, so where was the entrance? Here. So here we'll make it. But yeah, I'm not flat. Maybe a lowly version of me would be flat, but not my model. Maybe I can ask Oliver for a you know how Oliver has an older version, like a boy, an adult version, and so on. I could just ask Oliver to make alternate versions like that. I don't want to put any work into her though. She wants to do more free land stuff, but of course that's only if she wants to. She's also very busy with college anyway, which... I miss her. I want to talk to her more and play games. We did play a very heavy like RPG game, I forget what it was called. But we did play that together, and it was interesting for sure. Divinity 2 or something, probably. That's probably what it's called. Apparently, like, the people she played it with that tried it out kind of grew a little tired of it because it's pretty slow, but I feel like, yeah, I think I like it. I think it works well. So, if she's ever free from the graphs of college, I can't, it doesn't sound like too much reading, yuck. When she's out from college for some free time, it's fun to play that or something else. I guess I could show her to get it together. I'm gonna need these. It's a lot cheaper than making stairs. Yeah, music's almost over. Well, what am I saying? Music is over. Let me pick another track. Let's pick something on Wario related for once. Oh, I know. Hang on. Let's do a game we just finished recently. Wonder this soundtrack is. Oh no, my mic! Must have made a loud sound. I apologize in advance. No, it's not! Dummy. It's Klonoa 2, the game we just beat with Chair. Yeah, I'm gonna. We're gonna take the chance to actually listen to the soundtrack because I couldn't really do that last time. When you play the game for the first time while doing commentary, it's kind of hard to notice little details sometimes, even if I try to. But stuff like music, when I'm listening to what Chair is saying and, you know, paying attention to what Chair is saying and, of course, my own voice combined, it's just kind of a little difficult to listen to everything. I keep thinking I'm going to dig that faster than I'm supposed to. I really need to play the first game and figure out a way to let's play it because it's a really nice game. It's odd, but not for the reasons like why you think. Like it's odd because it's a game that's like it could have been something bigger, you know. It could have been more. It is a big thing. I just wish it had, you know, more time, more resources, bigger levels, much bigger story maybe, even if the story was already really good for what it was already. Still, like, imagining a bigger story, more characters to interact with, more gameplay variety, even if the variety, they sucked in so much variety in it. For one button. That's it. One button. One button. It's for Klonoa was like wanted to be the mascot of what was it called? Bandai? Because Pac-Man is the mascot, but they wanted to rebrand, I guess, a little bit. They wanted to have Klonoa as their mascot instead. That's why Klonoa also has the Pac-Man, a Pac-Man symbol in his hat. And it's funny because for the longest time, I thought it was like a Sonic character or something, like something related to Sega. Nope, it wasn't. Thought it was. It wasn't. Definitely gameplay shows it's a lot more polished than most Sonic games anyway. But yeah, most, a lot of gameplay. So much. 10-ish hours of gameplay. And all that for one button. I think that's like impressive. Let's switch to music now. So I really want to like think about let's playing it so much. Today you learn about Klonoa or about something else. Ooh, this one sounds nice. I think I can't spell tonight. That's fine, that's fine. We're all tired. I am a little bit sleepy too. Starting to try to get into the habit of being up later because it's colder and I can get stuff done instead of the heat where everything's super hot. I mean, things are still a little warm, but not as it was unbearable earlier. I'm gonna make it out of bricks or just solid? Yeah, make it out of bricks. I wonder if the second I start to think about doing a Konoha Let's Play, like someone like Nitro Rad will cover it. I think maybe Antude's probably covered it, considering he does a lot. He also does a lot of platformers. Of course, that won't stop anything though. I'm not gonna be like, oh, they talked about it. Now the game is well known and I can't do it now. I probably still will do it. I wonder if anyone. The real deal that I want to talk about is like, I wonder if anyone would talk about Panopon. Like, if I can have Nitro Rad, and I guess also Cat Icarus, I guess. But I don't watch Cat Icarus, I don't know, his humor just doesn't fit me. Like if I can have someone like Nitro Rad or Antude or someone similar in that crowd talk about Panopon, Konoha, and stuff. I already got Nitro Rad covering One Shot. Are those YouTubers? Yes, they are. Hang on, I'm gonna have an idea of something. Yeah, VTubers to play it. I mean, I could have Chair stream it. I could pay Chair to stream it. But he's busy, well, not busy anymore with Hazuki, because the submission date is done. So we're more now in a relaxed state more. Do I want to have a checkered pattern or quote unquote pay? Oh my god. How's Hazuki? She's dead. How's that? This like checkerboard. This looks nice, right? Like, look at that. That looks nice, right? A little gray and black, a little purplish black. This music's really nice. I like it. Add this to the music BGM later. Visit me, Deb, and then I'll give you food. Yeah, I'm pretty far. I'm where the tree, like where the cow farm is, and past the tree. Then I'm there. I might make a Minecraft rail just to get here. Minecraft rail tracks, so I could easily travel in between to and fro. Oops, no, actually no, that's bad. Don't do that. An ice rail. I mean, I could do an ice track, but to go that far for something like that, I don't know. Especially with so much curves. I think I want to go with the Minecraft rail. I think I like the truck trams, even if it's not the fastest. I wonder what made. I need to look into. Probably Chet will tell me later what made Klonoa like fail, or may not fail, but like not be regarded as much as, you know, Bandai's mascot. Because again, I guess maybe it's a Sonic similarity that it kind of feels like Sonic in a way. Maybe that was the thing that kind of ruined it. Maybe. I mean, literally, in the Wii re-release of Klonoa, the first game, they actually added in voice acting. Now, there was technically voice acting in all the games. They just have their own language. But in the re-release, they gave them English language. And Klonoa kind of has a Sonic-like voice, which definitely did not help comparisons at all. Kind of funny though to listen to after playing Klonoa 2, which had just the in-universe dialogue. It was funny. It was just funny to hear the English voice acting. You're like, ooh, oh my god, I can't think of him with this voice anymore. But it just comes to show how the voices between English and Japanese are so different. Where for a character like Klonoa, he would have, like, I guess, a Sonic-like voice. But in Japan, it's a very cutesy voice. It's the Ashley situation where, you know, she's small and a cute girl, so in Japan she has a high-pitched voice, but even if she looks deadpan, she still has a high and cute voice. Her language might be a little vulgar, but, you know, it's... fair is fair, right? But in English, she is totally deadpan. Her voice does not sound like a little girl at all, and it's hilarious. And this comes to show how, I guess, you know, how different countries are with the voice acting, I guess. I'm really... You know, I kept thinking that they were never going to make a Dragon Maid Season 2, mainly because when I went to Barnes & Noble's a long time ago, before that was... When Season 1 was even out, I think, I read and I saw what was coming up next, what new dragon was introduced. And my first thought was immediately like, whoa, yeah, I don't think the internet's gonna take kind to this. And, well, I was half right, but they did make a Season 2. Did not think about it. Haven't kept up in an anime in a long time. Good. Good. I mean, I haven't kept up with anime because I can't watch anime while drawing. I have to look at the subtitles. I'll have to learn Japanese in order to watch and draw art at the same time. I'm not caught up with the new anime news. That's fair. You don't have to be. Just know that anime is being released and none of it is good. Okay, well, some of it is good. But they're not like, you know, they're not the last Avatar and good. What I mean by half right is that I thought, one, the internet would hate this, and second, this is what's going to prevent a second season because of the content. I was right about the internet not liking the new character because it's Dragon Maid and it's anime. But I was wrong in thinking that there wasn't going to be a second season, because there was a second season. To be fair, Sony, I'm not into the anime news as well. It's whatever anime pops into my timeline, in my Twitter timeline. It's like, oh, okay, that's happening. Like, I saw in the recommendations in YouTube, a news report of Dragon Maid that, you know, these people think that Dragon Maid is made for children, but they have adult content in it. When that is the opposite effect. They're listed as young adults section in the library for a reason. It's just silly. But it's only what I see, you know? And if you don't see any of that kind of stuff, then you're just not subscribed to... Or you're not being recommended anime stuff. Which, considering that I like to watch a lot of anime videos on YouTube and, you know, also retweets and draws anime, it just kind of comes back to me, I guess. Sadly. Let's change the music. Oh, it's a little too loud, actually. It might keep changing in volume depending on the music, though. I like the Chinocha. Ah, that Chinocha. I spent a while on it. I didn't spend like as much as the one for 2019. I think was a little bit rushed because I think that was like the month of. But I think this one was surprisingly like it only took me a few days. It was like 2 days early. Yeah, it was like 2 days early, so it wasn't that bad. It only took a while. I think the thing that took the most while was the background. The background took the longest. Mainly, of course, because I was trying to figure out how to do a background, because I don't normally do backgrounds. Especially one that's like that far back. But I think it turned out great. I think I just really like the pose in general. I think I just like the pose in general, the overall shading, and there we go. I think I drew the water really nicely. I like the glow of ice below Chuno. Ooh, we got a flute. What was I saying? Talk about anime news, Dragon Maid, anime equals boobs. Dragon Maid, recommended stuff, Cherno drawing. We were just talking about anime stuff, right? Despite everything, I'm still interested in anime. The thing that got me so interested in the first place is mainly that it wasn't sitcoms, it wasn't English stuff, and I found it very cute. It's weird to say, but like, the entire reason why I watched anime wasn't because of the different ways it did this. Even though a few things I like anime like cliches better than American cliches in movies and shows and stuff. But mainly because I guess anime is more... I wouldn't say mature, because it's definitely a lot of imatureness. Like, it's funny, Dragon Maid looks like a show, at surface level, seeing some cute clips and wholesome moments, it's like, this show looks like it belongs to children, you know? Children can watch this show. But then you add in the lewd joke here and there, and it's like, it isn't. That's the weird thing about anime, I guess. They have this childness appearance to it. That it feels so... It's so cute and adorable, but then even that cuteness and adorableness isn't really, like, that pure. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop there and then start building some other stuff. Twitter gonna get you. Reminder, the reason I got into anime in the first place was because I saw an Ichi in YouTube. That's what got me hooked onto it. It was all because of horniness. I apologize for this revelation, but it's true. Then after watching that, I saw... Was it Lucky Star? No, A Bridge to the Starry Skies. I saw A Bridge to the Starry Skies. And then it was my favorite anime of all time, The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. After Haruhi, even I watched Bridge to the Starry Skies for a bit of the slice of life, but also lewdness it had, because it did show boobs. There was you know, the horniness kept me in anime as a 13-year-old idiot. But then, out of salvation, Haruhi Suzumiya taught me what anime really is about. And it's really kind of funny how Haruhi came in like that, because the opening sequence is literally someone saying the anime tropes of fiction and that kind of stuff is no longer like relevant to him. He's grown out of it, only to be in an adventure again. And that was just kind of, I guess that's just kind of the feeling I related to or something that kept me going. Because I didn't know there were aliens, time travelers, or espers. I didn't know the genre of the series. I just clicked on it, I saw it, thought his monologue was interesting, and kept watching. It depends, again. Sometimes anime does something better than the manga. Maybe it improves on it because it's done after the fact. Maybe having it in a more, you know... Oh, hang on a second. What was I saying? Okay. Sometimes manga is better. Maybe, you know, maybe the way manga was paced was improved over the anime. Maybe the anime focused stuff that should have been focused about. Maybe the anime just didn't improve the manga at all and wasted potential. Sort of, I'm like, maybe the action in the manga was better than the animated version. Maybe, you know, maybe you enjoy written stuff better and the drawings, or maybe you enjoy the animated stuff and the pretty colors and the art styles. Thanks, Sony. Have a good sleep. Have sweet dreams. Maybe have a lucid dream and explore your deepest dark desires. Maybe not though. But yeah, that's how I feel about anime and manga. They're just like that. They're just like a book and a movie. Sometimes, what lucid dream? You don't know what lucid dreaming is? It's when you know you're in a dream and you can explore it. Like Yume Nikki. Anyway, it's like a book and a movie. Sometimes the book just does it better and paces it better. Sometimes the movie improves on the book and changes things. I think I only heard this, but I never watched the movie nor the book. 007 Casino Royale has an improvement from the book, where, like, from what I heard from someone talk about it, the book was less clear about an action moment, but the movie made it clear that everyone is like kind of freaking out. No one knows what to do. That's why weird decisions were made. Oh, and you know what it is, but I don't think I've induced it. Interesting. Well, if you're willing to try, keep a dream journal. I heard those kind of help. Don't have any more wood, but the house is looking nice. At least the flooring and the roof is. I need to get some glass. My latest, I haven't kept up with it. I don't have a written one. I have an app to write down a dream journal. I might get another app though, because I'm kind of bothered by it a little bit. Sometimes. Let me read it first in case it's like really weird. Okay, I don't think I can even read them because one, they have horrible grammar because of course I wrote this as soon as I woke up, and second, I don't remember dreaming about this at all, which is why I keep a dream journal sometimes. Like, there's a dream, I do remember, and actually I don't remember it at all, but I remember like the two characters. I had a dream that involved like the world of the Avatar. Like the last Avatar, you know, Aang, Katara, and all that kind of stuff. The last Airbender, but then it like included stuff from Jimmy Neutron, and it wasn't like I lived an episode of the show or anything. It was like its own plot. It was in a world where like the Avatar, like I was the Avatar. Things like were like again 100 years after the time of the show. So like there's pyramids and there's like a ton of scientific stuff. Like things are more condensed. Like there's like pyramids where there's dungeons or something. It was really, really odd. And don't even tell me what Jimmy Neutron was doing in there because it made no sense. But my dreams are just super, super odd. And I've been hoping to try to get that so I can lucid dream and realize how ridiculous I am in the dream. I know there's another thing to do is make a sign. So keep trying to like remind yourself like, hey, am I dreaming? Do a little mental check and then, you know, see. There's cobblestone for this. Is there a death loop? No, because usually if it's a death, I'd wake up. If there's like an injury, I'd wake up. So that's never happened to me. I had times where like I fallen, I got hit by a car, and that woke me up instantly. Or whenever there was danger or something, I would wake up from that. Oops. I'll take that. You know what's really funny though? Someone that has induced very, very interesting dreams. Let me tell you something. I have to drink water. Okay, Paul has been getting, or Legend, as some may know, has been getting very interesting dreams. You see, the thing is, Paul has had some lewd dreams. He has had dreams like he loves racing, but surprisingly, he had a dream where he instead married Lady Yuyuko and started a life with her, like a child with her and everything, which that is odd. But he never really had lewd dreams before until he started drawing his Adventure Crest Worlds character, Umbra. Yes, Deba? Do we need to go deeper? Oh my god. Lewd. But yeah, he never really had lewd dreams before until he started thinking of Umbra. Once he started thinking of drawing Umbra and everything, he started having lewd dreams with her. And only her. He started having a ton of wet dreams. And it was so, like, at a point, he was like really freaking out. Like, oh my god, how can this happen? It was so funny that after like being with Raisin for so long, also, oof, F. I'm gonna say F to that. After being so in love with Raisin, he's not dreaming of this girl. Deba, you went to that's the achievement for the Nether, right? How did you get in lava if I like enclosed everything? Unless someone put lava there. I doubt it, but someone did someone put lava there? Kachito, can you like take off all your inventory and go check? Make sure see where Deba died or something, or what happened specifically. Yeah. Enter another portal. Oh wait, that means, does that mean you? No. That's just when you enter it. Deba, did you make your own portal? Or did you go to the portal that was already made? Because the one that's already made, I built like a house around the portal so nothing can get in. Okay, then I wonder how you died in lava. Oh no, you made your own. Okay. So that makes sense. So there was probably lava around you, and you're probably screwed. Always when going to the Nether, I put in almost nothing I want to lose. I want to have a verticality over here. I fell into a ravine. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Deba, my condolences. You can lewd me later to get rid of your frustrations. Somehow I didn't take any fall damage. I'm impressed. No, that's enough. Someone followed me, but they made a Cherno Day content, so I am obligated to like and retweet the post. More Ashley art. This gives me life. Switch my legs too for a bit. Hey, wait, that's my Chuno charm. Or not my Chuno charm, Chizuru charm. It was so weird. So weird to encounter, Oh shoot, you're in chat! Dang it, that surprise is ruined! Did I say out loud that I made the charm? Because damn, that ruined the surprise. I wasn't looking at chat while I was typing that. So I was just like, oh, I was gonna do this funny thing and didn't realize that. I forgot. I didn't know you were listening. Damn, that ruined that surprise so much. That's like... I'll put this song in. Very inappropriate charm for the music for the situation. Yeah, yeah, good on the Chuno Day drawing, sprite animation. That is adorable. Yeah, I made that charm. I made 4 of them. The Chizuru and Yuka. I almost said Yuto. Wait, no, it is Yuto, not Yuka. The Chizuru and the Yuto, were both made because of like a bet of a Hat in Time stream. That was a race, and Chair technically quote unquote won. So I made those 2 charms. No, it wasn't that. No, he hired me for those 2. He wanted those 2. And then for the other 2, the Chair G tables and the Aya charms were made for the Hat in Time race. So there's that. I have them on. Personally, I got a cork board, and I have it hanged with other charms I've gotten. So like I have them in a chronological order. So I have a Haruhi charm that I bought from a store in the mall, because it's rare to see something like Haruhi on stores like that. But I think it's more rare for something like Genshin Impact, other anime, or like internet stuff. Anyway, unlike the con, the Chair G charms that I've made. A Chizuru charm and a Maple charm that I didn't make, but they were gifted to me. Actually, no, I bought them. I bought them accidentally, so I kept them. The one-shot is still it's a keychain. A one-shot keychain, wooden keychain that I got from Design that I waited like a year for. A Mirith pin when I met her when we went to the Lame Dimension trip. A Cherno keychain bought from someone who recognized Chair during the convention, and that's it for now. I want to look for more pins because you can just push them in. I don't need to hang them. But whether it's and I think like pins are like they look a lot more snazzier, Like yeah, I mean I guess you can also put them in like bags and stuff, They put them in bags and backpacks and stuff. You don't have to like you don't have to. I was picturing the thought. Either way, what was I doing? I want to finish the floor, but I don't have the materials to finish it, so I'm going to use the stone slabs to do this instead. Yeah. Would like to get more Lame Dimension merch, but like to save money. Yeah, I feel you too. I want to get a ton of merchandise and games to do on stream, but I don't have the money to do that. And I don't even have Twitch payout to do it too either. I'm almost close enough to be eligible to get Twitch payout and actually use the money I earned in streams, but I still don't have enough. The second I have enough, I'm probably gonna buy like someone's merchandise and like, no, I need to buy some more frames. I have a ton of prints that I bought from the trip, so I have a ton of merchandise. I just don't have the things to actually hang them. I think I still need a print made from Trist of Super Latch Up characters all together. Really cute. Still haven't had that hanged. I had a Megumin holographic print that I did now finally have that hanged, so it's really cute and adorable. I have... Do I have anything else? I think it's just after... Oh! And then I also have a commission I paid almost 200 for a friend's birthday that I have to hang. And then in that same package was another print for free. So now I have that to hang as well. And it's just like, oh my god, there's so much frames. And I didn't expect frames to cost this much. Damn, why this money is so expensive, but I get paid so little. I don't have a job. This is technically my job since I earn money, so by default it is, but it's such a low-paying job I wouldn't survive. It would be cool, but it's not. It's still just for fun. I forgot what... I don't think... Hang on. What other Lame Dimension Earth is there? What do you have... I almost said Felly. How did I pronounce your name? Just like Freak? Because it sounds like Freak in pronunciation. How much merchandise do you have? Like, not just Lame Dimension, but like total in anime. Like, anime, games, manga, movies... For anime merch, I have the Aya shirt. I don't have the mug, I don't have any of the other shirts, I just have the Aya shirt. So a lot of the shirts I'm missing. Oh, there's the Mashro body pillow. I might want to get that. Actually, I think I'll get an Aya body pillow instead. Just Freak, I have too much to count. Mostly shirts and plushies. Oh, yeah, Fumos! That should have been obvious, seeing that you also like Toho, but not everyone that likes Toho has the Fumos. How many Fumos do you have, and which kind? Because I only have one Fumo, and that is the version 2 of Remia. That is the only one I have. I don't think I'm gonna get any more. I know people say like, oh, you know, the price on an eBay is way too much and stuff. I think the other thing also is that, I think just the price they are is a little too expensive. The price that they already are in is too much a little, I think. So, Cherno, Raisen, Yuko. Okay. Cherno, Raisen, and Yuko. Very, very good selection. Raisen's really good. Yuko is Yuko. She has the smuggest face. Cherno, I think, has the smuggest face in the universe. Good selection. Good selection. The only other Fumo I would ever have, ever. Oh, you meant actually 9. I thought when you said I managed to adopt 9, I thought you meant like, oh, that's Cherno. I thought you actually meant Cherno. I'm gonna go set up that Minecraft rail, and then because I wanna get some I'm gonna do some redstone stuff. I'm gonna get say you know the redstone lamps? I wanna have that on the roof. So like it will be sunlight, sun will go in, but then when it turns night the lamps will turn on. I think that'd be cool. The only other Fumo I will ever have is the Paris Fumo, or Parse Fumo. Parsi. And if you're thinking, wait, but that's not a Fumo that exists yet, you'd be right. It doesn't exist. And that is why I want it. Paris is my Toho wife. And doubt that it'll ever be made, and commissioning is just way too expensive to not be worth it. If it was ever made for a decent price, my friend has promised to and has swore to get me it. I mean, I have one of those too. Well, no, not an Android. I don't have an Android, but I do have a figure of Megumin I bought in a swap meet for like $40. I think 35. It was just a little lower than the prices in. Oh wow, that was a knockback. It was a little lower than the prices on eBay, so I was happy with buying it. Let me... What's going on in the Discords? I'll drink some water while I look. Nothing interesting, really. After the Windjammers tournament, now I have nothing to look forward to. Well, kinda. I don't know if I'll still participate in Windjammers tournaments. I'll definitely have to practice more and do streams about it, but, you know. That was definitely fun. I was surprised that that stream actually captured my match. And they were actually very surprised that I managed to score a goal on someone that was like really good at the game. Not knowing that I actually faced them before. I remember practicing Windjammers. I met someone with that same name, and he's the same person. We're like, oh no, this person, I already know I'm gonna lose this. It was funny, but you know. It do be. That's what I get, I guess. This song is also really interesting. It has a mix of something that I take from like Omori, from other like creepy platformers and RPG Maker games. I don't know. It's very odd, but that's Konoha for you. It's an amazing game, but it definitely makes you think. It definitely makes you think. But I cannot wait to play a more on stream. I want to do it in the anniversary. I really, really do. Even though MagFest is there, even though it is like a few days after it. Oh, what did you say? Where am I? Feels like that in my room right now. It's all placed in a corner. I was puffing the good eye, but don't talk to him. Ramsey could even. I made something for you. Where? What did you make? I wasn't looking at the game. I was looking at Twitter. Oh, wait, you mean in Discord? No, there's nothing on Discord. This Cody stream keeps sending the what? Oh, everyone's down. I'm here, Deba. You can tell me what you want. I'm just making minecart rails right now. I know Bob made something for me, but where is it? Use a netherite ingot to upgrade a hoe and then reevaluate your life's choices. Wow. Use the netherite ingot on that. I'm surprised you found it so fast. You're my netherite hoe. Cute. Very, very cute. Let me feed the cows again. All that for a netherite hoe. It'll almost never. Is there an achievement for breaking it like the diamond hoe? Oh god, I just realized. There's an achievement for breaking a diamond hoe, and then you need to make another one to make the netherite diamond, to make the netherite hoe, which requires that's kind of hilarious. I really like this song. I thought I stepped on something. Yeah. It's like very depressing, obviously. You'd think it would be like the final stage and like some serious RPG after a heavy moment or something. This is from a platformer. This is from a rated E platformer of a happy-go-lucky furry creature that joins up with a priest that's too clumsy to save the world. How does the music go this deep? I don't know. It's so... Man. Music change? Huh, I didn't hear a guitar before. Maybe I just wasn't paying enough attention. Okay, we'll make a path through here. I can't think of another platformer that made me feel that way. Because the thing is also, some people might say like, oh, Super Paper Mario. It has some creepy moments. And yeah, that's true. Because Super Paper has some creepy moments. It's like supposed to be a child-friendly Mario game, but it goes way hard, even harder than Thousand Year Door for its story. But the thing, I think, you gave it to me, really? I now have the achievement. The model is cute. Here, take it back. Was it worth it, Deva? Was it worth it? No. Just a slight no. Oh. They're about to bring iron. Super Paper Mario has disturbing scenes, such as the loss of the Salmon Kingdom, but that's not, like, tragic. I mean, it is tragic, but it's seen as a creepy thing, you know. The world's gone, things aren't, you know, this shouldn't happen, you know, that kind of stuff. The music is eerie and scary, but in Konoha, the last place, the last area is the Kingdom of Sorrow. It is literally terrible sadness. It's not creepy, it's not scary, it's not, you know, darkness, it's not destruction. Because literally, there's a world where people just go to war because they always are. The fact that that's not the final level is surprising to say the least, but it just goes to show that sorrow and destruction is totally different things. And this song definitely has that, it has that endgame vibe, you know. It has the feeling that this is the last area of the adventure, but it also isn't going to be an easy one. I need to go back. One, I don't have a minecart, and second, I ran out of rail. There's no other track in any of the game that made me feel this sorrow. And that's not something that Mori or Yume Nikki has ever done. Dot Flows is close, but it's not exactly the same, because Dot Flows has the feeling of emptiness. Dot Flows' title screen is made to feel empty, not exactly... Not sorrow. Sorrow is, again, completely different. There we go. Now we're schmoving. Now we're not schmoving. Oh, I'm gonna murder the sheep. Oh, no, come back. Hang on, Deb, I'm not done with the track yet. I'm gonna put more rail. Karma. I'm gonna put more rail. My house is still further up ahead. The laughter is in the music, huh? Not a sound effect. What is this? That's synthesizer. I think that's what the instrument's called, and I think that's what this instrument is. It goes hard. It's weird to say this, but I can feel a bit of Hollow Knight in there, even though Hollow Knight was never existed at that time. It still feels like it, though. Oh shoot, I haven't slept. Someone make a day! Someone make a day, these things are chasing me! I can try to fight them off though. Deb, would you really be that rude to me? Don't you love me? Go. What? Oh, there's a track missing! Come on, go. I'll get that on the way. Okay. Let's change the music to something I've been listening to recently. Alright, I'm in the... I need a lot of breaks just because, again, it's mostly the temperature. It's mostly just the temperature. Even though I did, night is cold and everything, it's cooler. It's still pretty hot to the point where I need to just take a rest, make sure I'm I'm also sleepy, so that's a problem I have to deal with. Na na na. Man, I'm so glad we're finally to the Termite Kingdom in the Bug Fables LP. Oh my goodness. It feels like a milestone because once we get here, this is of course, the part where I need to keep researching things because I do not know what's going to happen. I really do not know a lot of the things at that point because at that point, a lot of side quests are not done in my personal playthrough of Bug Fables. So I'm just oh, this is territory I don't know. I'm gonna have to research stuff. I don't know how to do things. But so many things I haven't unlocked now. We have the entire world as our kingdom. So I'm really excited to see what's next because, oh man. It's like when you play Earthbound. Oh, hang on, I don't have Minecraft open, so I couldn't see the chat. There you go. Ah! Okay. It's like going to Earthbound, and for the first time you're reaching Forsyth, and just seeing the big city, knowing that at that point you're now pretty well fit to face anything in your way. That's how it feels like in Bug Fables. The fact that the Mafia fight practically, first try, didn't take me to use any items when the first fight was so difficult for me to get a grasp on, and it took me many times. How the amount of times I've restarted fights in the beginning of the game compared to now, I almost never restart a fight. It's either once and that's it. I usually don't have to restart a fight, and it's so weird that that's the case now. I'm just happy that also Deba blew up. Deba, don't attract the creeper girls. Your natural energy is seducing them. Who's that one? I don't know who that one is. Wasn't it like Cupta or something? Like it was just Cupta? Or Koopa? Or no, not Koopa, but like Cupa, something like that. I didn't know there was a K. But that's not a creep though. But that's cute. No, you. I feel like my favorite I guess is Ender, like the Ender girl, which is funny because she looks like Yuri from Doki Doki Literature Club sometimes, only better. I'm surprised not a lot of people, the arts that I've seen from the original Mob Talker never paint her as a yandere, even though it kind of feels like she could be, but they don't. Props to that. Alright. Let's get back into it. Get back into the grind. The milk and honey. The torture. Oh, the torture. I don't have any more iron. Oh, this iron that could have been used for the nether is now used for my home. Damn it. Oh well, it's not that bad. Just sucks that it ended that way. How did you miss that? Oh my god, you missed 3 times. Incredible. One of them was point blank. Oh, right. There's a... You bitch, Cachito. You're a dick, you know that? Rude. Really? god, you're such a jerk. I will kick you. I have that power. Can I put a railway across your house like this? I know what you're doing, Cachito. I know what you're doing. Actually, yeah, this railroad might be helpful because it's it'll be a passage route between spawn. Nice. Can you break all that and give that to me so I can finish this railway? Aesthetics. I need it for a practical reason, and I think that beats it. Hey Deba, pass those to me. I'll grab some too. Nice. This is why you're a homie, Deba. And why you're also cute. I'm not cute. I might need more of the powered rails, but just to start this off. But after this, it should be finished. There you go. Let's just kind of that's far enough. I have some iron here. All right, I need to go make a chest room. It's not in that house yet. I haven't put in storage. I put the iron in the ground where I was, where Kajito is, where the railroad axe is. I just dropped 16 iron. I said 16, not 69. My god, Deba, you're so lewd. I'm gonna have that right now just so I'm able to climb back up. This seems like a good storage spawn. I mean, there's zombies in it, but hey, you know, that's free materials. That's free experience and stuff. I think this will be great as a storage unit. Yeah, twist my body so it doesn't say stay stiff. Probably should do more Ring Fit Adventure later. Well, no, not later as in like later, but I mean like just soon. All two villagers have no saddle. I think some of them did drop saddles. Some did drop saddles. Though, like, I think I have a saddle, maybe, because there were raids, I think, or something. Were there raids? What was I gonna make? Yeah, treasure chest. Ah, God, almost killed me. Oh, music stopped too. I need to restart that. Let me just put this. This one's quiet, but I enjoy this. This song I like so much. I said it in the LP, and I'll say it again. This song reminds me of LSD DVM. It just has that energy in the beginning. I really thought that was that's how LSD had its song, but I guess not. Because LSD DVM has it a little faster and like a different tempo. Like dun. Wait, I can remember. Dun 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 dun. That kind of pitch. While this one is more. Na 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 na. So it's just a bit wild. What's that? If you mean a staircase, I will add that soon, just not now. Japanese archway. With how poor she is? If you send me pictures and I can try to recreate one then. Let's put all of you in there. La 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 la. La. Oh, I'm also gonna need glowstone. Oh great, that's another trip back to the nether. That's gonna suck. Alright, let's do this. Texas style. I need to go back to my base, get some pickaxes, and try not to die. It would be great if I had fire resistant potions, but it's way too far away. And we don't even have a station to make potions in the first place. What the hell are you going on about, Kachito? Are you becoming more insane the more we play? Because it certainly seems like that. Really making me think that. The more stream goes on, the more insane Kachito gets. There's a limit. I don't know if anyone watching can see it, but there's a limit to Kachito where you're doing the server. It's like, oh, you know, you're doing so well and everything. And that kind of stuff, but then But then, like, freaking, as time goes on, it goes more and more insane, especially on stream, just saying nonsense. Oh, this is gonna climb. So I need more power on that ramp. I didn't know turns and like turning. I know slopes, you know, they slow down, but I didn't know that that turning also does the same. It slows down since there's a block next to the rail. Oh, I didn't know that. So it does. So the stuff around it does matter, huh? Okay. I'm gonna go to the Nether. I'm gonna get some glowstone, and then at that point, I think we'll stop stream there. I got a ping. Who's pinging me? Oh, you mean the arc? What? That's not a Toho thing, though. That's like a Japanese thing. I know you said Japanese, but it's like, well, be more like the arcway, like the shrine arcway thing. Well, I guess he did call it by. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't think it. I thought like an actual staircase. I didn't think there was the arcway. I'm gonna have tacos later. I'm gonna have tacos, and then what I'm gonna do is so we don't have butter, and I'm tired of pancakes, but I don't have bread to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches either. But I decided, hang on a second, I have a waffle iron. Why don't I just make waffles and turn that into a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Man, it is an interesting combination. You know, waffle fries? I never had waffle fries. I don't know what those are. I assume they're like waffle, like, but the sticks, but you know, you pick them out like fries. Please don't blow up the shack. I spent a lot of hard work on it. Please, for the love of God. Oh goodness. I am also so glad for the Bug Fails LP that I got to throw off that ditch so loudly. But also, fun fact for behind the scenes, I guess. I actually did mess it up. I messed up on we have. I stuttered. so it wasn't perfect. Even though I did like how it came out, I didn't like that it stuttered. Thankfully, though, cutting it out still made it seem more natural. So, so I'm happy for that. So yeah, the one on YouTube in the Let's Play, when I say we have saved your life before you bitch, it's a little cut. I don't know if you can tell. Maybe someone who's more into audio would know that it's cut, but yeah. I messed up on the line I wanted to say for ages. Because I'm a dumbass. And I don't know how to speak properly. Oh, I almost jumped into that. That skeleton sure jumped into it though. Better him than me. One of my favorite lines in Don't Starve is that one. Better him than me. But I think my favorite one after that is when if you die and you leave a skeleton behind and you go back to re-examine it. Not in multiplayer. No, it doesn't work in multiplayer. In the original Don't Starve solo, there's if you re-examine your own skeleton, he'll instead say, "Better him than." Wait a second. The line he says is better him than me. But if you die and examine your own skeleton, he'll say better him than... Wait a second, because he realizes it's his own skeleton. I think other characters have a line as well where they pity the death, but if you examine their own, they would. I think they all say, "Hang on a second," or something like that. I don't know. I haven't tested it enough because again, I don't really like Don't Starve a lot, and I don't mean like the game is bad. I mean to the point like my own way of playing games interfere with the way the game wants to be played too. It's a game that I really do like and appreciate for what it does, but I cannot handle it. It is too stressful and I just can't really take it as much, unfortunately. This applies even in multiplayer, by the way. For any wondering why I never played that game multiplayer-wise, it still stresses me out. Even if everyone's tasked with doing different jobs, getting farms and everything, it still stresses me out too much. It is too much for me. Anyway, I got the glowstone. Almost 2 stacks, pretty good. Let's get the hell out of here. Once that boost comes in. Come on. There you go. Isn't that cool? Like, just no HUD. Just staring at the Minecraft footage of just you going along the track, zooming through. Cool. Okay. Alright, you guys good with shutting down the server, because I'm about to do that. I'll give you... Really? My gold died to that? The cactus? The cactus destroyed my armor after I tried not to get hit for so long. Can't believe this. Get some of my ores. Just make some blocks. More redstone. Apple, iron, diamond pickaxe. Episode Zoo can stay. Name tag can stay. Ooh, more tracks. Take the minecart, obviously. Just take. Yeah, let's take some of this. May change the music one last time. You guys like Pokemon music? So I got some Pokemon music for you. Oh, I actually have a stack of 64 rails in my storage over here, so I'll leave it here for you guys. So I'll keep the wheat. There's food in here too. I'll take the wood. More glowstone. Very nice. I guess I already had some. More glowstone. Ooh, I had more than I thought. Hell yeah. Oh, the Night in the Woods guitar. Da 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 na 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 ba da 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 ba da 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 na 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 ba da 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 ba da 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 da. So get out of here. Okay. I thought that she was gonna bump into me again. Are you guys over here working on the minecart, or are you guys over there? Alright, this is my stop. Alright, I'm gonna shut down the server in a bit, so you guys better be ready. Oh no, you were typing that. Ooh, that sucks. Okay, I'll wait for you to get your stuff back before I shut down the server. Dun dun. Oh man. The stretchers looking at the squid right now. Alright, so I finished up the... So we finished the design, or where the place is going to go, working on the design of the flooring of the first floor. So far, productive day, I'd say. I didn't get much of the nether done, but we're not going to go to the nether anytime soon anyway, so I think I'm okay with that. But yeah, gonna transform this into a home soon. A big old home made by Mother Nature and edited by me. That sounds terrible. Oh. Oh, that's what you are. There, Akachido. Alright. You found your stuff, Deba? Where are you taking this railway towards? Oh, hi Oliver. We're about to ready to stop in a bit. I'm just waiting for these to be ready for it. I'm assuming you just woke up, so good morning, Oliver. How are you cutie doing? I'm gonna stay up longer though. Like I said, I wanna work on stuff during night. Whoa! I saw. I don't know if I was the only one who saw that sheep just flung out of the mountain. Only my wife. Excuse me, Deba. Vote said I'm dating Oliver, so she can't be your wife. Yeah, I know you worked for Windjammers earlier, but that was like in the morning for me, so that was late. That was night at you. What am I doing? I should have a. No, I don't have a minecart. Did I send you? Oh, Deva, I should. Let me send you that clip. I should send you that clip. What's happening with you two? Oh, no. That was my first wife before I dated. Ah, dang. Damn. Oh, this is Deva's house. Whoa, look at this. Twin Peaks. With the third mountain in the middle. That's kind of loot. Oh, this could be a nice, like, little bridge for a house. Oh, you got a little cave in there, too. This is a nice place. Maybe attack? No. Damn. I want to date girls, too. Oliver's the only one I know, though. Ba-da-da. I need to find like some real love, man. I need to find more I need to find more girls on the internet. That's why I'm streaming a lot in other servers. Actually, I might do it again, just to see who like new people I can talk to. Before date and wife, you must have Kuya's blessing. Kuya's chair already gave me his blessing. You can go tell him. You can go tell him, and he would confirm like, yeah, I already gave. Ah, fuck. That was an exception. Okay, I'm definitely gonna shut off the server once I get home. So you guys better be ready for that. Otherwise, you're both gonna be dead. Once I find my way home. But yeah, how are you doing, Oliver? I'm gonna go get something to eat and then draw some hentai because that's the money I got to buy WarioWare. And then after that, work on the Dojin. Finish that. Finish it, not complete it. Oh yeah, Deva, I should let you know. I decided to. I'm not gonna shade or add any details to the manga, to the Dojin, Hentai Dojin, because no. Complete. I say. Complete as in like shading, like details done, everything refined, but it's just gonna be finished. Finish is just the story is done, and then I'm finished with it. You know, I'm not gonna detail it. I'm not gonna shade it. I just want it to be done, and that's it. Because I don't want to throw it all out because I am kind of tired of it. Let me tell you, I think I stopped doing the Dojin around the time the trip happened. Or maybe much earlier than that. So when everything happened, I kind of forgot about the Dojin because I was busy with commissions too. And going back to the Dojin hurt me personally. Like seeing, oh god, the styles all over the place. I didn't prepare like different angles for characters. I didn't do a ref sheet or anything. It was kind of hell. What are you doing, Deba? What are you doing? Get out of there. Get out. Cool. Oliver stream soon? Oliver, are you gonna stream? Ah, dang, college. I understand. Let's go back. I'll stop the music first. Let's go back to you, Nikki. That was a productive day, huh? That was a good time. What do you think, Kachito and Deva? You enjoyed yourselves? The third host. Yeah, I saw. You are really insane. I know that. Yeah, I'm still trying to get used to it. But I'm glad to start doing like an actual house. Because building one is really hard, but having like nature have the outline and just figuring it out from there, I think that's fine. Need iron. Give back. Deva knife. Oh, I should make an emote like with a gun or a knife or something, like a sword, like for threatening. That'd be cute. I'm just gonna go check to make sure. Yeah, the server is down. What did you say? Adult supervision required. Cryptic as he is cute. Yeah, alright, let's go see who we are going to raid tonight, because tonight is a special moment. A special moment that is that no one is actually streaming except VGM, so let's raid VGM. Anyway, cute all around. I thought... No, only Vox was streaming. Only Vox was streaming, yeah. Vote wasn't streaming today at all. But I assumed that, like, what's her name? Vox would have, like, kept streaming by this point, you know? Like, she would have kept, I don't know. Either way. No, we finished. Oh, I know you finished, but doesn't Vox like VR chat afterwards and does that, or is that like stop becoming a thing? Well, either way, you can tell me in DMs. Love you, chair. All right, next time for streaming. Tomorrow will be Monday, another free day. It has changed because I can't do. I know I still can't do Tuesdays actually. Let's stay. Yeah, let's stay. Let's have a date after. I think Oliver, he's getting you back from when you watched him and Vote do dates. Will you raid Blue? No, I already typed in the command. All right, next time on stream, maybe Monday nothing, but probably Tuesday we'll go back to doing either drawing or some other fun game. With that being said, you know what to expect. I'll see you guys next time.